Welcome to TaviRadio SatAM, the only podcast that has been compared to the feuds between Macho Man Randy Savage and Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. I am Lycan, the Dragon Jones, and with me is Macho Man Tavernius Frunkle.
I've overdosed on the Macho Man green tea.
Yeah. And I've been drinking I've been eating a lot of dragon fruit, so now I am the dragon.
I thought you were a wolf. There's wolfberries.
No, I wanted to eat dragon fruit. Ever since Deer Simulator turned me on to those scaly guys, it's been pretty good. So now I am Ricky Steamboat, and I guess nobody that really exists in the world, I just made him up in my head, said that our podcast is like watching those wrestling matches between Randy Savage and Ricky Steamboat, which are some of the best ones you'll ever see in your life. That was a truly great feud. And the freaking highlight of WrestleMania 3, I think. Hulk Hogan body slammed Andre the Giant. Yeah, it was pretty cool. But in terms of actual things that lasted more than 5 minutes, yeah, Randy Savage and Steamboat.
You know, I went back to watch that fight between Hulk Hogan.
The intro is what makes that battle. The intro and the history prior. After that, it's okay, Andre the Giant is pretty much beating up Hulk Hogan, and then
at the same time they couldn't do much with him because he was
I know that's the problem too.
Yeah.
And then afterwards, but also actually the fact that he let Hulk Hogan body slam him like that though, make it look like he actually lifted him up and body slam him. That was a big one for Andre too. He let himself get thrown around like that, which is very rare.
Well, Andre liked Hogan.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, because he didn't like a lot of other people.
No, he was a dangerous man.
He didn't like Macho Man.
No.
Or she.
Too much baby oil! Oh, you watched the HBO documentary about Andre the Giant?
Yes, I did, because I had HBO Go for that week.
Yeah, and it was awesome, right? Too much baby oil!
No, baby oil.
No, baby oil! But also the fact that a lot of people were scared of him to the point where just dude, if I get in the ring, I better put a gun in my waistband or something because he's
one of my favorite things. There was this one wrestler who was also tall like Andre, close to Andre's height.
Yeah,
and he would go off the top of rope like Andre, and he was the only one that did it at the time. And Andre just fucking destroyed this dude. And even to the point where after I think a couple matches, he just straight up left WWE, and Vince is like, "What are you going?" He's like, "I can't go back in the ring with that guy. He's gonna kill me."
Yeah.
You trying to kill him?
Andre the Giant shows up. Stop touching women. BAP!
God.
Alright, welcome to another episode of TaviRadio SatAM. For real though.
We got an emergency.
Look, here's the deal. We've been trying to get a hold of Saber. Saber left us a message saying that there's an entire timeline that got wiped out, and we were involved for some reason. We want to get his full story on this because he keeps teasing us about it and he won't tell us. He keeps talking about something that happened, a great Bumblerville war, and we have no idea what he's talking about. So
the
we
only
need
war
him
that
to
happened was the one between my ancestor and that other job that happened or something.
Yeah, so we need to figure out what exactly he's talking about, and this is silly Saber. Okay. We need you to get on the show and explain yourself.
But we have more pressing matters.
Yeah, aside from made up time travel stories.
Listen. So
town update.
Town update. Kumo has been rampaging lately. He's angry.
Yeah.
He's pissed.
I've been hearing pissed pig noises all day. Here's a clip. That was wonderful. Go on.
He's pissed. So a Saber from a different timeline showed up after his chagrin of not having a penis. This other Saber's like, "Alright, Trumo, I'm here to complete you, buddy.
Oh, God.
Here's your penis." He's like, "Oh, thanks. Now I can finally be complete." But recently his penis is gone missing. Somebody stole it. So he's pissed. Because that's the only thing he's doing in his life.
So what are our options? Help Terumo find his penis and stop his rampage, or kill Terumo and So alright, so what's the more viable thing? Do we stop Terumo by killing him, or stop Terumo by getting his wish by helping him? Do we hurt him or help him? Like, do we kill him before he goes elephant armor, or do we help him before he goes elephant armor?
That's the big problem.
Because if he goes elephant armor, I can always call in a favor from my dad. He's wrestled elephants in the circus.
I mean, we could also just call in those big game hunters that like going to Africa.
Okay, fair, but those guys are outlawed. And fighting elephants in the circus is also outlawed, but my dad's an outlaw circusman.
I thought he also was trying to run his legitimate dentist practice here in town.
Yeah, I'm still working with Peachy, our DA, to take care of that, you know? But I think it's got to do something with like the dentist association or something.
Hey man, he does work for cheap apparently.
Yeah, but he does work bad.
Are you kidding me? That
there are people walking around town with ill-fitting dentures and fillings.
Yeah, but he'll do it for like $10.
I can't eat if my crown doesn't match where it's supposed to go. This is a crown for a canine tooth, not a molar.
All I know is canine. All he knows is canines.
God damn it.
But yeah,
Also, I swear he's sneaking into our cemetery and stealing teeth from corpses.
How do you know that?
Because... you don't read the newspaper?
Last time I read was in the Stone Ages. And I read those cave carvings.
I'm gonna kill you. Stop reading Kisaragi's custom newspapers. He can't read anything printed on newsprint, so he asks...
All he draws is fucking feet. And by the way, people on Twitter, quit sending me fucking feet! I've had enough of it!
Okay, but the pressing matter, what do? Do we help Terumo or do we kill Terumo? No, wait. If we kill Terumo, he's gonna want us to eat him. There's not a big enough, and we don't bury pigs in our cemetery. We got to put him in the pigs, and because there are no cemeteries for pigs. They all become sausages somewhere down the line.
And we can't really do that with Terumo because who knows?
Oh, God.
Who knows what a Terumo sausage would do to this town?
So do we put him? So okay, if we kill him, do we put him in suspended animation and then, float him out to sea like Hisaragi used to be?
What if we put together the old Bumbleville space program I had a couple years back? And just send him into space.
And then maybe something will go wrong, and he'll be stuck in orbit like those many poor animals that they tried the space program on in like the 50s.
All those dogs and monkeys,
cats, a lot of different animals, man.
Wait,
some of those monkeys came back and lived a long and actually glorified lifestyle.
I mean, yeah. Imagine if you were a monkey and you went to space and back. And you're telling me you're not going to be treated by the Soviet Union?
No, I'm like in the U.S. Like there was a female monkey who made it back, and they said like, all right, this monkey's the coolest monkey ever. She's earned her keep. She gets to live in a zoo, in luxury forever.
Speaking of zoos, I was recently recommended a video on my YouTube recommended, which is about some baby hippo in the Cincinnati Zoo.
Yeah.
I don't know, it was a pretty touching video. It was about how...
I like baby hippos.
Yeah, aren't hippos just African... Aren't hippos just African water swine?
No, because that's where we have warthogs.
Yeah.
Hippos are just large, fat water horses. Literally where their name comes from. River horse. It's Greek for river horse.
Huh. I wish hippos were
Hippo
real,
is horse. Hippocampus. Hippogriff.
Yeah, but hippos aren't real.
Oh, that's right. They're great mythological creatures. All right, Dad, I've got a coin here.
Oh, is this season 1? Back to the coin flip?
No, this coin will decide whether or not we help, or hurt Terumo. All right? Heads or tails? Heads or tails? Which one is which?
Tails we kill, heads we save.
All right.
Or help.
Tails.
All right, Terumo, I'm sorry, buddy. Gotta put you down.
All right, well...
It's been real.
Hold on. This seems about right, though. I feel like I feel like helping would have actually been out of character for us.
All right, Terumo, it's been real, man.
So we're back to this, then. Tsurumo's got on a rampage because something was taken from him. Our response, we guess we gotta kill Tsurumo. Tsurumo. He's been Tsurumo. Tsurumo's finally gotten what he wanted. Someone's swindled and hurt him. What's the response? I guess we gotta kill the victim here. Only because it's Tsurumo.
Alright, let's be real.
Or do you want to go against the coin flip, or do you want to reflip that coin?
You know what? Here's what I'll do. We'll help him out, and if all else fails,
we kill him.
We'll kill him. But I'll also have the space program going on in the background, because I think sending Tsurumo into space will be a good send-off for him.
All right.
Better than he deserves.
No, he wants to be eaten. That's what he wants. But I guess becoming a space astronaut hero would be good too.
Yeah, it would be a first for Bumbleville history. He can be the first citizen on the moon.
Okay, and that's really what's going. I mean, aside from the grave digging that you've been ignoring because you keep stealing Kisaragi's custom Flintstones ass newspaper and trying to read the stupid drawings on there, which you can't. I bet.
I've been trying to. I've been trying to learn.
Yeah, well, if you read a real newspaper, you would understand that there's been a rash of grave diggings lately. The town is outraged. That's why they've been throwing tombstones through your windows.
Huh. I thought it was Halloween too early.
No, it's not Jason again. It's not Jason or Mike Myers doing it again. It's
I've been placing those tombstones outside the city hall because I thought Halloween came early for the town.
No, it's it's an act of protest, and they're not real tombstones. They're made out of sheetrock or some bullshit.
I know because they're lighter than usual.
I know.
Real tombstones are heavy.
Yeah, I've been breaking them over my. I've been using them over my karate practice. You know, I've been breaking them over my knee.
Oh, Wolfjutsu.
Yeah.
Wolfjutsu.
Yeah. Well, it's actually a custom. It's a customized lycanthrope karate actually. So. It's a karate. It's an offshoot of karate. It's a way. I mean, I've been going to the dojo. The werewolf unions decided to. We've gotten. So one werewolf. He's taken up karate. He took some lessons from Chuck Norris, and he's just like, well, this guy's as hairy as us.
I thought Chuck Norris was a kickboxer.
No, he's a black belt. He's like a black belt champion in karate.
Huh.
That's why he lost to Bruce Lee. You think karate could beat Jeet Kune Do?
His own custom fighting style?
Made up of other people's fighting styles, including Wing Chun and Shaolin. Yeah, tell me.
I mean, why have Jeet Kune Do when you can have multiple styles like Jackie Chan?
Yeah. Well, Jeet Kune Do is meant to counter the whole movie. Game of Death is shown yo, you have a singular fighting style or something. Jeet Kune Do can beat that. You have different fighting styles. Jeet Kune Do can beat that. You have Jeet Kune Do.
Jeet Kune Do can beat that.
Yeah.
It was a.
Well, actually, at the end, because when he fights Kareem Abdul-Jabbar at the top of the pagoda, he uses Jeet Kune Do.
Yeah.
And he almost beats him because he's got Sagat level height on Bruce Lee. And the only way Bruce Lee can beat him is by exposing him to sunlight. Because his character is light sensitive in that movie.
Oh.
Kareem's. Anyways, you think Kareem Abdul-Jabbar still knows Jeet Kune Do? Because he was trained by Bruce Lee.
Was he trained for the movie, or was he just trained in general?
Both.
Huh. He probably still knows it.
You think he still does it at home? He's still
I mean, hell, if I knew Jeet Kune Do,
you would still practice it at home?
Yeah, if I had the opportunity to learn from the man himself.
Well, if I ever meet Kareem in real life, I want to ask him. I want to see if he can do one of his moves. Because, as you know, Jeet Kune Do is the only fighting style that is actually able to kill a werewolf without using silver. Because at one point you turn your body into silver. So it's a very dangerous fighting style that only a select few individuals know.
Yeah.
In fact, a lot of people blame the werewolf community on the death of Bruce Lee because they're saying that he knew how to kill these guys. And we put a hit on him, and that's not true.
No, you guys respected him.
Yeah, we don't kill guys we respect that can kill us.
But
he didn't angry mob us.
But speaking of fighting styles that have been lost to time, that reminds me of the time that Judge had to open up a practice here in town for his own fighting style, Fu.
I've seen Fu. Most of his people in his armed forces know it. It's not very good.
No,
It's a lot of rolling. In fact, I think he just watched Dark Souls and Naruto and put it together.
Yeah, pretty much. I try to hit some guy, he rolls, I then kick him and he's like, ow.
Okay, you win.
Yeah, and then next thing you know, he's doing these weird hand signs. And I'm like, John, what the heck is this?
And then you stepped on his hands.
And then next thing you know, I stepped on his hand. He's like, Tav, that's not fair, I'm trying to summon a toad.
I try to summon a toad. Alright. Okay, so I guess it does it for town update. Do you want to talk about the leaks going on at Best Buy?
So, at the time of this recording, last night, Best Buy leaked some stuff, and everybody said, man, this is the best Best Buy Direct ever.
Did you see Did you see IGN's Nintendo Direct April Fool's thing?
Yeah.
It was very good. It had me. It had me until I saw, Zelda and the Wand of Gamelon? Hold on a sec! Wait a minute! And then it was like Bubsy 2. It's just like, no, okay, no.
Bubsy 3D 2? Where's that game?
Anyways, go on.
Where's Rocco Bodie's game, Clause in Effect?
I want that game still.
Christmas year.
Okay.
So on the Best Buy databases, they leaked Persona 5 coming to the Switch, which
Okay.
that's the big one I was asking for.
Mm-hmm.
Metroid Prime Trilogy coming to Switch.
Yeah.
And The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past coming to the Switch.
Ooh. Nice.
Now here's the thing. A Link to the Past, we don't know if that's being remade or if it's just like a release of the SNES version.
That's hard to say.
But it was on the Best Buy database as a physical game you can buy.
Ooh.
Now Metroid Prime Trilogy everybody was asking for
Yeah, obviously.
because those games are still really good. Persona 5 is the big
unless you're Aaron Hansen, who says the gameplay mechanics in it would work better for a first person Mega Man game.
one. Aaron Hansen's dumb.
Yeah.
He doesn't know anything about video games.
Would you want to?
I don't believe that. No.
Would you buy a body pillow of him?
No.
He's got one. What about a body pillow of his?
I ain't buying any more body pillows until you guys buy my body pillows. I got a whole warehouse full of these things.
Speaking of Game Grumps body pillows, so they did release four of them. Two of them are their gender bend Game Gyaru versions, which obviously will be popular. The other versions are just them. Guess which one sold out fastest?
The men. The guys.
Well, actually, only one of the guys sold out. Guess which one?
Danny.
Yeah. Danny's already sold out.
Male Danny sold out?
Yes. He outsold Aaron and their two girl versions.
That makes sense. He's a sex icon.
Yeah. Which is weird, because I think Danny, is the most normal of the Game Grumps. He's the most relatable one out of all of them.
At the same time, I can see Danny in the future being referred to as an internet sex icon. That's Ricardo.
Which is weird, because Danny's his persona as Danny Sexbang is like an exaggeration of what he. It's like how he it's his juvenile fantasy version of himself. Whereas, in real life, he's admitted just and then, that's stuff, I've had some weird, kinky adventures, but, they've always, this is, an exaggerated version of those things, and that's about it. I'm actually nothing like my persona at all. So, but I think and it's weird, because it's just, it's really weird.
Well, and then we got, I think, in the future, when people talk about, who was a sex icon in the 2000s, or the 2010s?
Oh, Danny Sexbang and Ricardo
Milos.
Yeah.
Especially Ricardo, man.
Yeah.
He's
still showing up in a lot of stuff.
He took us by storm.
It's that jiggly butt.
The jock butt.
The jock butt, man. Okay,
He's
so what
dummy thick.
Yeah. What other what else is being So what are the other leaks though?
Those are the only three that were leaked.
Okay.
And then they also leaked the Smash render for Joker, and
I saw that. Yeah.
I think it looks like it. I thought it was fake because I thought someone's pulling an April Fool's on me, right?
Yeah.
That's the actual render, and
Yeah,
I don't like it.
Hmm.
I don't like it because it looks like he's a figure.
Yeah.
Like, the other characters look like they're actual in-game renders, but Joker's render looks like it should be like...
A me? Maybe it is like the me figure.
No, because it looks too detailed to be an amiibo.
Oh.
It looks like it's an actual figure sold by a company that they're making. I'm like, this has to be that. But then it's the actual render. I'm like, that doesn't look right. Cause why does he look so plasticky compared to like...
Maybe just the first go around. Maybe like maybe once it actually gets the official release, it'll look better.
I don't know. Like, I just don't like how plasticky it looks because you have similar characters like Dark Pit and Bayonetta. The closest ones to that look like him in proportion and whatnot, I guess. They look fine.
Are you gonna talk about our Ganon, our Bayodorf family headcanon?
Yeah, I'll talk about it.
Or do you want to finish up on your Best Buy leaks first, or?
Yeah, but the biggest thing for me with Best Buy's leaks is that with Persona 5R, everybody thought like, oh, that means Persona 5 is coming like to the Switch in this weird way, right?
Yeah.
No, it's going to be a PlayStation exclusive type of thing from what we understand. But the fact that Persona 5 is going to come to the Switch anyway is a big thing for me because I was asking for that game.
Nice.
Now, if we can get...
And Xbox, you know how you were like, well, at least we got Cuphead as our exclusive?
Cuphead's coming to Switch.
We have no exclusives anymore. Just Halo.
But at the same time, like, Microsoft is working with Nintendo on stuff.
Yeah, that's good.
Which is a good thing, because Sony's still... Like, guys, Sony, come on. What the hell are you guys doing? Why is it when games get released on the PlayStation 4 and the Switch at the same time, why is the Switch version uncensored and your version censored? What type of...
Wait, what, the Switch version's uncensored? In what way?
So, when it comes to certain, like...
I was the one for, like, that is aimed at, like... At like family-friendly people, like...
I think Nintendo realizes its other market. Like, yeah, you buy a Switch and, like, you can see a mom and dad and the two sons playing the game. You know, you see the Bayodorf...
I was gonna say! You see Bayonetta and Ganondorf playing with their two sons, Joker and Dark Pit.
You know, they're playing Mario Kart.
I love playing as Bowser. Don't tell Bowser, though.
See... you can see that, but at the same time, you see the other half of the...
thinking that's a stupid family photo.
Then you see the other half of the consumer side of who also bought the Switch, and you realize it's a bunch of guys and gals in their 20s who are the market for...
I want to talk about... That's my topic this week, by the way, next to...
Yeah.
I want to talk about these things.
Yeah.
But so, yeah, you're right.
For example, let's say... Yeah, this is a big thing. There's two games called Galgun 2. Right? You probably know what it is.
Yeah.
I'm not going to explain what Galgun is.
When it got I think the fact that like one of the the teenage ninja girl game with the boobs.
Senran Kagura.
They have they have their pinball game on the Switch. In fact, it's exclusive to Switch.
I think the next game and like the next big.
But then again, they've always released they've had stuff on Nintendo, so it's not surprising.
The first its series started on 3DS.
Yeah, which is weird because like.
Wonder what that means.
I guess we got to see these jiggles in 3D then, huh?
I mean, even then, the Shin Megami Tensei series, besides Persona, that everybody forgets about.
Yeah.
Their games continued on the Switch. If anything, we're going to get Shin Megami Tensei 5 for the Switch later on.
Nice.
Which is a big thing, because I loved 4. Anyway, yeah, Galgun 2, certain stuff was censored on the PS4 version when it came overseas.
Okay.
And then when it came to Switch, in the same country, nothing was censored.
Weird. Huh.
Yeah. So I guess Nintendo realizes that its other half of its demographic are people who are interested
Which
in
is
games.
weird, because it's like Sony's just like, well, we better censor this stuff.
I think Sony's trying to clean up its image. I mean, recently Sony announced their own Nintendo Direct style thing, State of Play.
I don't like that. Which
is just fodder for Anboy to come at me about why he's a PS5 truther or whatever.
Oh God, I hate that.
But anyway.
Sony, you don't gotta be like that. Don't stop trying to be Nintendo. Be yourself.
Sony, you already
be the like. Look, like this is the way I see it. Look, this is the way the world works.
Sony, why don't you just hire Chad Ward
for families, for little kids, and for families and soy boys, you have Nintendo Switch, all right, and then for like edgy, for like edgelords, you have the Xbox. Who's PS4 for?
Switch, PS4. PS4's for edgelords.
Okay, who's Xbox for? I wanted to
Xbox,
say...
I feel like, ironically, Xbox is more for casual gamers.
Really?
In my opinion, yeah. Like, people that don't take gaming as seriously sometimes.
Uh-huh.
Oftentimes...
But that's what I would also say, like, Nintendo is for. Like, Nintendo is for casual gamers.
Now Nintendo has, like, become a niche thing, which is good because when you only have 3 consoles in the market now, 3DS also counts, but that's also Nintendo.
Yeah.
And you are the company that's releasing the niche games and having a platform for indie developers, especially giving them shoutouts like, hey, this thing's coming out, like how Microsoft was doing back then with the 360.
Yeah.
When you have something like that now be its thing, that's fine. The Wii U failed because it also tried to be like, guys, look at us. We're 360 the PS3 as well. And the fact that the Switch is like, we're our own thing. We're like what the 3DS and the Vita was trying to do, where it was a platform for niche games from Japan or something, or even things that be released here to come out on, and especially since it's almost as powerful as a PS4 and Xbox One game.
Yeah.
Don't quote me on that one, guys. But
Add him at TaviRadio SatAM, the mayor of Bumlerville, king of the Bandar Log.
Guys, you can at me about that, but don't at me about fucking feet. God damn it.
Yeah, I'll have to explain that later. Okay. So you say Xbox is more...
I think Xbox is more for like the person who... It can go either way for Xbox, and I think the PS4... But the PS4
So Xbox would be right in the middle, huh?
Xbox is right in the middle where you buy it, where a family would probably buy it because it's a good streaming box too, has everything.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, it is Microsoft.
Yeah, and then like...
It's got computer parts in it.
Yeah, like for example, like, let's say... You have like a family of 4 yourself, the Bayodor family, all right? Let's bring them back up.
All right.
Yeah, they have a Switch, but before the Switch, they probably had an Xbox One because it can double as a streaming service, stuff.
Dark Pit wants to buy a PS4.
Dark Pit wants to buy a PS4 for his room. Joker,
he's already got an Xbox in there.
Joker's playing on a PS2. Joker has a PS2 in his room.
He's really gotten into retro gaming, but he won't go so far as to pick up an Atari, but just a PS2. He wants to know what these games are like back in the day.
You know, due to one of the activities in Persona 5 being like you buy a Super Nintendo. You literally straight up buy a Super Nintendo from like this like pawn shop.
Yeah.
I didn't see Joker being like a retro game collector.
Huh.
Him especially liking what the Super Nintendo had to offer.
And then Ganondorf shows up. He's like, "What are you doing, son?"
Oh, I remember this game.
Yeah. I remember this game a lot. Huh.
Oh, what you got there, son? Mortal Kombat 2? No, you got passed by Sub-Zero.
It's just like... Joker's just like, come on, nobody believed me that I beat the original Mortal Kombat. And Ganondorf's just like, yeah, of course not. Nobody can beat Sub-Zero.
What does that mean?
Either means that Ganondorf is not good enough to beat Sub-Zero, and therefore he thinks he's the best character in the game. Or it's a testament to like how good Sub-Zero was in that first game.
You know,
it's a stupid freezing ability. If you're like a newbie to video games, especially Mortal Kombat comes out, you got a character who can always freeze you in their tracks. You're gonna think he's the best character, and then that fucking slide.
Also, here's my question, because Mortal Kombat revolutionized a thing about fighting games where there's a block button.
Yeah.
Would you prefer there was a button for blocking, or do you prefer
the
moving back for blocking?
Oh no, I'm more responsive to moving back, honestly.
But a lot of people prefer.
I do not like block buttons. I hate block buttons. I forget about them because I'm too used to holding back.
It's instinct to hold back.
Yeah, it fits with like character movement. Like,
yeah,
and like it. Yeah, I'm sorry. It just because I mean that's how I grew up on. That's what KOF and even Killer Instinct had a hold back the block.
Yeah, Mortal Kombat had a block button, and a lot of people prefer that.
A lot of people are stupid. Anyways,
but anyway, yeah, like with the Xbox One, it's like
Hey, call it by what it's really called, the X-Bone.
Okay, the X-Bone, I think, in my opinion, like... Also, it's cheaper than the PS4.
Is it?
Yeah, the X-Bone S, and then, like, you know...
And that's the one without the camera that spies on you.
Yeah.
Okay. That's without the government spy camera.
Yeah,
okay.
It's without the boomer fodder.
Okay. Would you say that Xboxes are more for boomers?
Xboxes are for Zoomers.
Really?
PS4's for Doomers.
Switches are for bloomers.
And the Wii is for boomers because they love Wii Sports.
Yeah, but
yeah, boy. What do you say, Martha? We play some bowling on here. This the Who bots.
Come on, Bayonetta. We're gonna play Cuphead together. This is a couples console. The Switch. Talking about the Switch.
I'd like to see you and your wife play Cuphead.
My wife hates video games.
Right.
I have tried to play video games with her. I've even I've asked her to hey, do you want to try out my Nintendo Classic? And she's like, no, games frustrate me. I do not know how they work.
But she's only
good with two games.
Super Monkey Ball
and Mario Kart Double Dash. It's only because she played the hell out of them with one of her childhood friends that she's still friends with now. So.
Oh yeah, she told you like and I didn't marry a gamer.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, moving on. So. Tev. Alright, well, first off, we'll take some commercial breaks. Apparently, our sponsors have getting mad. And by getting mad, I mean, you're just like, look, I need to advertise.
I mean, yeah, we gotta pay the bills somehow.
Alright, let's take a quick break.
You hungry, friend? How about some breadsticks? Feeling up for a bit of a side salad? How about a whole pizza to yourself? Why don't you come down to Towerland Pizzeria locations 1 and 2? If you're feeling hungry for it, that is. Bring the whole family with you. Bring your grandpa. Bring your granddad. Bring your retirement home. We have live entertainment. Every Saturday, that is. By the way, you looking for side work? I could use a new busboy. And a bartender. Our old one got stolen. Come on down. I'll be waiting for you. And your family.
Alright, and we're back. So.
That was wonderful.
Tav, how do you feel about, so apparently, Will Smith has a YouTube channel.
Yeah, I mean, he was in Rewind.
Yeah. And, apparently, I just recently discovered that almost a year ago now,
Will Smith used to bite the dust.
He made a video where he was messing around in a studio. A studio being a music studio. And apparently he's working on new music. Will Smith is going back to his roots. He's rapping again. And I showed Tav the video. I am ready. I'm here for this.
You showed the video and I was shook.
Tav, how do you feel about Will Smith come back to rapping? And that's after you re-listen to Wild Wild West rap and MIB rap.
You know what? People made fun of the fact that he rapped, but I think the people who made fun of him rapping, like I did,
forgot that he was a rapper.
Forgot that he was a rapper first, and forgot that his raps were actually kind of good. They're
fun. They're like summer jams. Like even like his non-movie related ones are like fucking classics, like, and he's got a great flow.
And the good thing is, people make fun of the fact that Will Smith was a rapper, but people,
y'all be making featured. I'd be making features.
Y'all a bunch of jokers. y'all must be jokers.
How y'all motherfuckers look like when you diss Will Smith as a rapper.
Pretty much that clown picture.
By the way, I love that new meme. I love anything involving clowns, as you know. So.
Oh yeah, there's a room in Castle Wolfenstein where it's only clown paintings, clown paintings.
Yeah, or on Black Velvet. I love them all. Anyways, go on.
So, okay. Basically,
a monkey. Got him!
Cut the podcast. All right, guys.
Podcast is over.
Show's over.
This is the shortest podcast of all time.
If only. No. See, even I used to be in the group that was like, Oh, Will Smith rapping.
Oh, stupid. I only listened to one Will Smith rap, and that was Fresh Prince, and that's the only one I know how to memorize.
Here's the thing. I didn't listen to Wild Wild Smith.
Wild West. Which he raps in character, by the way.
Yeah. I've seen the music video for it, too. I love how it's shot.
I love it, too. I like it a lot.
And then watching the Men in Black rap.
That took me back.
Which is also...
Okay, Men in Black was... There were a lot of movies that I wore the tape, my VHS tape out on. Jurassic Park.
Did you have Lost World?
I had both Jurassic Parks. I had Lost World, and which I like a lot, actually. I watched that one a lot, too.
Lost World is interesting because it's based off a book. It's based off a different book.
It's not actually they asked Michael Crichton, yo, can you write a sequel so we can make a movie out of it? And I actually bought the novelization of Lost World.
No, I thought Lost World was based.
It's not based on the Sir Arthur Conan Doyle book.
Huh.
You would think it is, but no. Michael Crichton wrote a sequel to Jurassic Park, and it's a little different from the actual movie.
It's more like King Kong.
Yeah. Oh, that's what I like about it. It's closer to like the Lost World, like the Arthur Conan Doyle version, and King Kong. It's literally like Spielberg is making a straight up monster movie in that one, which is what I like.
Mm.
And then in
You also like dinosaurs.
Yeah. Well, every kid in the 90s fucking loved dinosaurs. But anyways, that's one that I liked a lot. I wore the hell out of my Back to the Future tape, my Batman Returns tape.
I think I wore the hell out of my
Men in Black tape.
I think I wore the hell out of that Pokemon 2000.
If I had that tape when I was a kid, I would have done it too.
Also, Power Rangers the movie.
I did not have that tape as a kid. I know you told me that you had Turbo.
Yeah.
And then, Ninja Turtles 2. Because my parents... Okay, and I guess not parents. My mom tried. My mom told my dad...
You're a big Ninja Turtle fan.
And he's just like... Please, buy Little Lycan, Ninja Turtles tape. He loves the Ninja Turtles. He keeps watching the hell out of those cartoons. And he's like, alright, whatever. Yeah, here you go, kid. Happy birthday. I opened up my box. I think, oh, sweet. It's a tape. I'm 14 at that point. It's like, oh, sweet, Dad. And
you open it up,
and what do I find? Fucking Ninja Turtles 2. I'm like, is this a joke, old man? You're right. Your mom said you love these movies.
Am I?
Is that fucking? Do I look like? Look. You may work for the circus, but you ain't no clown, old man. If I wanted a clown to come for my birthday party, I would have asked one of your coworkers. This is not a joke. And then we ruined my birthday party. We got into a fight. But I still wore the hell out of that tape. I watched it a lot. I hate watched it. And then I loved watched it.
Well, you said best where the first movie's really good and the second movie's good if you're a kid.
Yeah, it's great if you're a child. If you're a little kid, those monster effects and everything work well.
Also missed opportunity with Bebop and Rocksteady.
I know. That was the thing that made me the most mad. Because it's like, who are these guys? Who's the snapping turtle and this wolf guy?
Hey, they put your dad in the movie. That's why he got it for you.
No, he didn't. He's never seen it. But I also grew up thinking that, you know what, maybe the wolf guy could be like a little brother or something. He does turn into a baby wolf. And the Shredder does come out yelling, "Babies! They're babies!" Anyways.
Who played Baxter Stockman in that movie?
He wasn't in it.
Oh. I thought he was in one of the movies.
No, it's another scientist, and I think he's played by David Warner.
Oh yeah. I always thought he was Baxter Stockman.
No, I do like the Super Shredder. He was the scariest, and also that little moment where like at the end where it almost goes a little sad where they defeat the Shredder by bringing the wharf down on him, and then you think it's like that's the end of the Ninja Turtles. They're all dead, and then you see the show slowly float up to the surface of the water, and that little tinkly music plays. It's like, yes, they did it. They
You idiots are amphibious swole ass turtle man.
Yeah, but they fell on them, so I didn't like. I don't know if like they got crushed by themselves, and then they showed that they survived, and then I was a happy boy then. But also, the first Ninja Turtles movie has that really great melancholy sequence where they're like recuperating at the farmhouse, and April O'Neil is like sketching the turtles like while she's like sketching him. I love the scene where Raph is. I think it's Raph that's recuperating because he got hurt a lot, and then you see like Leo sitting in a chair by the bathtub where Raph is recuperating, and April is sketching him while he's like sitting by him, and he's kind of sad or maybe sleeping, and just like that is maybe one of the deepest moments of a movie that's based around men in rubber turtle suits.
Now, what about Turtle Tunes? Let's talk about that.
I did have that. I hated it.
Even as a kid, you hated it?
I did not like watching it. I hated music as a kid. I did not like music as a kid. I really there were very few songs that I liked as a child. I thought they were all bad. Unless they were like weird 70s pop hits that I listened to at grocery stores.
Now, here's my question.
Yeah.
Let's say your mom got you tickets to go see the Turtles coming out of their shell tours.
Oh, I would have been.
Would you as a kid been hyped to go see that?
Yes, and then as soon as I saw them start like singing, I would have gotten upset. Because as I said before, as a child, I did not like singing.
Huh.
I thought it was
gay.
Yeah, I as a kid I thought it was like too weird and like effeminate. I thought singing was super that as a child. Now I love music because music is really what makes my videos.
Yeah.
But anyways, so you're here for Will Smith's new music.
Uh-huh.
Me too. Will Smith, if you're listening to this,
please release that album.
If you got it, look. Release that album.
That teaser you showed me for his album that he's working on, because he says new music coming soon.
That was a year ago. Look, if you gotta spend more time on this, so it's the best fucking rap album of all time, do it.
I mean, I understand that if he's making it between stuff, because he's always in things.
Yeah.
He's always like in movie stuff, either whether or not he's cameoing, especially with Aladdin.
Yeah.
You know, he's got to put on all that blue makeup.
You gotta put on blue makeup. You think that's CGI? Huh, that's him, dude.
No, I don't believe his body's even CGI. I think he's just that swole right now.
Yeah, I think so too. I agree.
Because like I feel like, heck, even in Suicide Squad, he was still pretty swole.
Yeah, Suicide Squad's weird because all those actors were giving it 100, whereas that movie was giving them 9%.
I think the big problem is that
I don't know.
The movie feels it was like edited by 2 studios.
It was. It was re-edited by a studio that makes trailers.
Yeah.
And the problem is, I don't know if...
Hey, Warner Brothers, can you give Lycan Jones the footage so we can get the Lycan Jones cut of Suicide Squad?
Yeah, just like I'm going to give... I guess I'm going to redub all of Vic Mignogna's voice work that Tav enjoys so he can watch stuff in English guilt-free.
Yep. I'm not trying to have guilt.
Look, when I watch stuff that's been worked on by Monster, I either quit 100% on it or I try to look for an alternate version that has his content.
So do you look for Michael Jackson covers now?
Yes.
Huh.
Vaporwave versions of it. It's enough. It's distorted enough where I don't hear Michael anymore.
Alien Ant Farm's version of Smooth Criminal.
No.
Everybody's favorite fucking song.
When you were like a kid and like
when you're 14, then that's
and
like,
are you okay? I hated I hated that fucking song, and I had it. And
Jimmy loves it.
Yeah,
he still likes it.
Yeah.
Granted, his music taste is almost what's considered boomer now.
Yeah, which brings me to my next topic. We're doing some deep dives on Zoomers, Boomers, Doomers, and the Bloomer. And
what's your tier list on these guys?
Bloomer's on the top because he's the best guy. He's the best boy. But also,
is Boomer bottom tier or Doomer bottom tier? Or Zoomer?
Maybe Zoomer's bottom tier because they're too young to be top tier ever.
I feel like Boomer's a good high tier. You know?
Yeah, he's close. Here's the thing.
He's wise.
The 30-year-old Boomer makes no sense. age-wise.
Well, he's talking about the stock markets. He's the stock market. He's waking up before 10 a.m. to mow the lawn. That's
No, but that's the thing. Like,
then that poor doomer who stayed up all night walking.
Well, that's the thing though. Like, the 30-year-old like boomer who has a son that's a Zoomer makes no fucking sense because he would have to be 40. Like,
oh no, like that boomer meme where you see like the boomer holding up.
I know, but it's like I know what it's referring to. Like a 30-year-old boomer is essentially like a millennial, like a late millennial who's out of touch and identifies closely with two generations.
No. It's not supposed to be his son. That's supposed to be
a roommate.
His neighbor.
Oh, his neighbor. I thought it was his neighbor's. No, but there's some videos where it's like, "Son, what are you doing?" Where it's his son though, and that doesn't make sense because. Like, I read an entire article that broke this down, and essentially, like, the 30-year-old boomer should really be the 40-year-old boomer, because what it really should be a Gen Xer, like, a late Gen, or an early Gen X, a late Gen Xer who has, who, when they were younger, clearly, like...
Like, is your dad a boomer?
Let me think about that. Maybe. We're too old to be part of these things. we just slip in and out of these stupid generational, stupid generations in and out. Whenever we identify whoever we want with.
You know, every kid thinks they were born in the wrong generation. When I saw Moto in Madagascar 2, I knew I was born in the right generation.
No, but in all seriousness, though, the whole, like, Gen Xers are born between, like, mid to late 60s to, like, early 80s.
Yeah.
Because their childhoods are essentially the 80s or 90s. And then their teenage and, like, young adult years are, like, the 90s, essentially. And anybody who was a teenager or a young adult in the 90s, like, a proper Gen Xer, has either held on to weird Gen Xer values now as a 40 or 50-year-old person, or have turned into their father.
Well, I think that's the joke with, like, the 30-year-old boomer, because, like, their dad is the Gen Xer, right? Or their dad, like, the 30-year-old
boomer's
dad would be a Gen Xer, wouldn't he?
Yes.
So,
or a baby boomer, like, or not, like, is either like a boomer, like a proper boomer, or a Gen Xer.
I feel like when you see the boomer and like the doomer son, like, you know, the whole like meme thing, I feel like the boomer would actually be like the doomer's dad, like they're just like their legitimate dad. Probably 40-year-old boomer, as you said.
Yeah, because it should, like, a 30-year-old.
No, 30-year-old boomer is like.
It should technically be the 40-year-old boomer, but like.
I mean, but 30-year-old.
But the internet, nobody internet takes people over 40 seriously or cares about them. They only care about people who are in their 20s or 30s, which is why the doomer is in his mid 20s. But enough of boomers and zoomers. I want to talk about doomers. So here's the thing that has always worried me about doomers, and that's like Nightwalk. I take offense to that because, one, Nightwalk was a program on Canadian television. To have you know what I'm talking about, because you watch This Exists.
Yeah.
And Sam did an episode about slow television.
Still miss Sam.
I miss him every day. Sam, if you're out there, come back. But also, if you're doing good for yourself, man, you know.
Sam, if you're out there listening to this, contact us. I'd like to do a podcast with you.
Yeah, please. Anyways, so Nightwalk was a program on Toronto.
About Toho, that's for sure.
Yeah. Was a program in Toronto late at night. Instead of showing a test pattern like we do, and they would just show video, like they would just play an 8-hour long video of somebody walking through downtown Toronto in first person, set to cool jazz music. Essentially like what some vaporwave or city pop streamers do, but showing like night drive footage through Tokyo.
Don't we have that show on Late Night Bumbleville TV?
Yes, I've ripped it off completely from a YouTube channel that does this.
Yeah, but
don't tell him though. He doesn't know.
But here's the thing. The guy who does Bum Walk, or Bumble
Walk?
Bumble Walk.
Night Bumble.
He gets attacked by the vagrants of the city, though.
Yeah, I know. Which
so it's kind of entertaining.
It's kind of entertaining, and now we have but we also have like a visual, and which is why our police has been taking. Their population's slowly been declining because we can actually recognize who's doing it.
Yeah, like I remember one time I had a late night. I was like, what's on TV at 3 a.m. and I saw Bumble Walk, and I saw this guy about to be attacked by 3 homeless people.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, I'm glad I'm behind this program.
Stop sending your interns to do this.
Hey,
you can't pay for their hospital bills.
Exactly, because we don't pay them at all.
Ugh.
They're interns.
Ugh. Anyways, so I thought that's a cool thing, and then I found out that night walks are things that people who identify as doomers do. Who and not as a way for exercise, because my father-in-law night walks, but he night walks not for health and not at 3 a.m. in the morning. He does it at a proper time when the sun's barely going down and people are tuning into primetime television.
And that one guy is out there playing his fucking bagpipes again.
Yeah, I think he stopped, which is a shame.
There's the police after him.
Anyways, so Doomer's night walk at the wee hours of the morning, like between pretty much after midnight and before sunrise, to walk around and take in the night aesthetic, take in the loneliness, and to like walk around the city to feel lonely. Essentially, they're night walking to get peak loneliness and sadness. It's like to pretty much like look across, like find an empty parking garage, get to the highest, get to the top floor, look over the city, and think, look at all those people with their loving lives.
These pepper towns and these pepper people.
Yes, exactly.
Was Margot a fucking doomer the whole time?
Yes, and it wasn't until the love
and Quentin was a bloomer.
And his love restored her.
Well, in your version.
Yes.
In John Green's actual version, she just stayed a doomer.
She stayed a doomer, but she realized...
But Quantum learned a lesson.
Yes.
Actually, I don't think he learned shit.
No, I like the book more than I like the movie. The movie fucking sucks. It botches the landing.
I think Paper Towns has killed book movies.
It's killed a lot. No, there's some YA movies that are still coming out. Their quality's decreased. Like 5 Feet Apart came out recently, and that's about cystic fibrosis. And if anybody, like actual teenagers with cystic fibrosis, have watched it, and they're like, "Yo, this movie's for like non-sick people to feel bad for us, and this fucking sucks." I thought this movie was for us.
When is Big Hollywood gonna take my movie or my book and turn it into a movie?
How I Ate Everything.
No, that's my alternative YouTube channel.
Oh. Hi guys, it's Tav here.
I ate everything.
I'm at the local Chinese buffet again. I'm about to eat them. I'm about to eat everything.
What? I'm about to end this whole man's story. Point to the chef in the back. I'm about to end this whole man's story.
You go up to the buffet things. You just pick up the big steamer thing. Sir, you're only supposed to put everything. I'm like, I know what I'm doing.
I don't know. All about, son.
All right. First off, gonna eat all these Chinese five spice pork ribs. Let me see. Could be better. So, but as you know, you gotta eat everything. So even if I hate it, gotta eat everything.
You know, this whole plate of pot stickers, don't mind if I do.
Oh, this I can get behind.
Here's the technique. You want to ball it up into a ball.
Oh, God!
The pot sticker to end the pot stickers.
And the chef comes out. Hey!
Oh, guys, not again.
Sorry, guys. I'm going to have to cut this episode short. I'm going to have to come back some other time to eat everything. Maybe wear the skies next time. Anyways,
that kid with the mustache. Oh, yes. I'm here to enjoy and partake in this wonderful buffet. You look familiar.
No, I'm new here. Okay. Just pay your money. But anyways, so that's the thing for me. So like so doomers go on night walks to pretty much like walk around and feel lonely, and pretty much like further reinforce their unhealthy thought processes and ideologies. And I hate that because I genuinely think walking at night can be cool. Like I'm there for their extent. Like I agree with like walking around at night and taking in that cool lonely night aesthetic. I'm there for that. I'm not there to like wall around in loneliness like I'm some like character out of a film noir. I'm not there for that because most those detectives have seen some shit. These 20-year-olds
are just taking shits.
Are just taking shits. They have not. They can say that they have, but they're like their level of loneliness is mostly like been like their level the level of loneliness that they've experienced. I think has more to do with the fact that like they feel like no one likes them, and maybe they have like undiagnosed depression. Who knows? Stuff that could easily be taken care of, maybe with some time and therapy. But I went on r/Nightwalk, the Reddit community. I thought like maybe Nightwalk is not related to Doomers 100%. Here's what I found. Welcome to Lycan's Reddit Deep Dives.
What you speak? Speak Lark.
Tav, we're gonna have to switch the picture. So instead of you being inside that diver's helmet and me working the bellows, I'm gonna need you to work the bellows. I need you're taking account as 4 stout men to work the bellows. You're gonna do it to me. All right. Diving helmet is on. Here's what I found out. So in the about page, it says for the people who take night walks for the aesthetics and want to post cool pictures and stories. I thought, okay, nothing about being a doomer here. Let's see what kind of cool pictures and stories the aesthetic that they've posted. First thing that I see, one, it's a very lonely Reddit. Everybody are posting pictures of like what they see on their night walks. I'm there for this. This is what I'm here for. This is what I'd like to see if I go on a night walk and what I imagine being a night walk on. This is what I want to imagine that I'm seeing when I watch Night Walk late at night back in the 80s in Toronto. So far so good. I keep scrolling down and I see the first red flag. Doomer Anthem. As well, Doomer Anthem and posts about Doomer music that have been taken from r/Lord of Cucks. So they're taking stuff from Doomer Reddit threads and posting it in our Nightwalk. And then I realized that, our Nightwalk is full of Doomers, but they're not posting all their weird ideologies on here. They're just... But also, apparently Doomer music is like stuff that sounds like late teens grunge, but in Russian.
Yeah.
So I guess Doomers listen to a lot of like Russian music that sounds like when Russians barely learned what grunge is. So it's like Russian grunge music.
That's accurate right there.
So Doomer music and are apparently Russian grunge music. And so I'm seeing stuff like that. So I'm seeing like Doomer soundtrack, Doomer playlist posts, and then some stories about how sad they are. And then I realized like this could have been cool. r/Nightwalk could have been divorced from the Doomer meme and the Doomer lifestyle. And then I found that it wasn't, and then it made me sad, and then I left. And then I realized, like, I like the idea of a night walk, especially at those ungodly hours. But not only to take in the aesthetic and not to wallow in my sad ideologies. So, and that's my Reddit deep dive.
That was one. Well, Doomers are interesting folk.
No, they're not.
No, yeah, they're right. Yeah, you're right.
They're very sad.
They're just sad. They're sad boys, but sad for their own reasons.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of what Doomers go through are things that, like, okay, are partly not their fault and stuff that they focus on, but also some of the other stuff, like, I like how people say that being, like, a Doomer is what you become when you take the final red pill.
Guys, I'm red pilled up.
But also, like, Doomers are not only, like, they've taken the final red pill, but also, celebrate conservative ideologies, but are too lazy and undisciplined to act upon them.
Guys, I've taken 3 red pills, and I've taken nothing but black pills.
Oh, God! I want the ultimate conservative incel.
You understand?
What woman now?
You understand, Jimmy? If you quit drinking that Soylent, then maybe
Oh, that's the other thing that I learned too. So going down this thing.
They hate soy boys, yeah.
Well, yeah, but also I found out that there's a word for that. I found out the term soy boy smile or new male smile, which is now the term I use for when I see those stupid thumbnails where it's some guy in a beard and maybe an undercut posing next to something with their mouth open. You know, like those YouTube pictures where it's just like a guy going like, I'll post a picture of an example of this, but here, Tav, this is what it looks like.
Oh, that's what they refer to as a soy boy?
Well, soy boy smile / new male smile. It is like the picture of a guy usually next to a Nintendo product going like that, you know, and they usually have a beard or no beard, but they look like your typical soy boy or new male, and they have their mouth open in a. It's essentially like the male version of what people were calling duck lips back in the day.
Oh yeah.
Whereas like duck lips were like are barely a thing now, or if it does happen, nobody cares anymore. But new male smile is a thing that nobody cares about except people who identify as doomers or are like red pilled. People, yeah. So if you look up new male smile, you'll understand. But yeah, that's the thing that I learned about, and I'm kind of tickled by it because now I have a name for these things that barely pop up in my mentions or recommended videos. Because hey, guess what? I'm not on YouTube that much.
But speaking of things on YouTube, are we done with your thing?
Yeah, I'm done with it. I just wanted to mention that.
By the way, guys, if you don't know, my tag for when I compete in fighting games is CBT Soylent. Do you know what CBT stands for?
What?
Cotton ball torture.
I thought you were gonna put CBD oil Soylent.
Yeah.
No, that's my gamer tag. I'm all about that CBD. Hey guys, if you got CBD gummies or oil that that have gone bad aren't using
CBD oil,
send it to me. Send it to my PO box, and I'll cover myself in it on camera.
No.
I'll cover myself. I'll cover myself in CBD oil and see what happens on camera. All right.
No, I'm trying to find this freaking. So fur YouTube is going wild.
What?
All right.
Wait, hold on.
I got. Here's Tav's YouTube segment. Here we go. Are you ready for this?
Okay. Y'all ready for this? Okay.
Fur YouTube's going wild. There's this dude named.
Hold on. I'm trying to process the fact that you said fur YouTube's gone wild.
Yeah.
What are you doing on fur YouTube? Also,
it was in my
hold on. Furries have their own YouTube community?
Yeah.
Okay, first off, explain what fur YouTube is, and then explain to me why it has deviated from their vision.
So fur YouTube is literally YouTube, but it's furry. You know, it's the furry community of YouTube. FurTube.
What does that entail?
It's literally just like it's stuff. But
them talk about furry stuff, like, "Hey guys, I'm here in a."
Most of it's like
I'm here in like a partial fursuit or no fursuit or a full fursuit.
Pretty much stuff that pertains to furry communities or whatnot.
I'm talking about like this. I'm talking about like these cool fursuit makers
pretty much people that are furries.
Furry interests.
Yeah.
What has gone that has made them get away from furry god's ideal design?
There is no furry god.
There is a furry god.
According to Cothism.
Hold on. Is Cothism that dude with the dragon?
Yeah.
Oh, I hate that guy. Go on.
So
I know for a fact that Cothism has deviated far from Fur God's vision and Fur God's light.
Here's the thing. Fur God isn't. He thinks there is no God. He did a video.
There isn't. He's an idea thought up by human beings as a comfort. Go on.
He said this. He made a video last year called "The Problem with God."
I've seen the clips of that.
And then there was another for YouTube that made a response video to that called
"The Problem with Cothism."
No, not the problem with Cothism. It was this dude named Genesis Wolf. All right.
Okay, I've seen Cothism's pedophile video, and I'm all like, yo, man, are you trying to, like, I know you're being hypothetical here, but it really sounds like you're trying to normalize pedophilia.
Yeah, he was. That's why he's pretty whack.
Yeah, he's a whack dude. And he's trying to approach it from, like, guys, I'm approaching this from a non-emotional, logical way. Just explaining things logically. I'm a logical guy.
Yeah.
I'm an intellectual. My intelligence stat is 20. All right?
So
my modifier is +5.
So Cothism made the problem with God, and then he explained, like, guys, we shouldn't have comforts like this. I'm like, you're fucking stupid.
You're a fucking idiot. I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah,
and werewolves can kill dragons. I've seen it.
And then here comes this other YouTuber called Genesis Wolf.
Okay.
And he calls a problem with Cothism a response to the problem with God.
Okay.
And it's a pretty like normal thing where he's like trying to explain to him like the points of why it's important, why religion is important.
Yes.
And then he's like, the problem with Genesis Wolf. Then Cothism makes the problem with Genesis Wolf. And Genesis Wolf responds with, enough is enough. Final response to Cothism.
Go on.
Where he's like, he's pretty much like, I'm not gonna
hold on.
Keep fighting this fight.
How civil is Genesis Wolf though?
Oh, he's pretty like.
He's a cool wolf.
I
could chill with this wolf.
You can chill with this guy, yeah.
Is he the disgusting neon color though?
No, he's actually a brown wolf.
Oh, okay. I can chill with that guy. Yeah. I mean, I don't have anything against disgusting neon colored furry boys, but it is an annoying weird thing that I don't enjoy about the furry community on an aesthetic level. But everything else is okay.
Other than that, I found out about this recently. I'm like, wow, furry YouTube is crazy. It's wild, and I didn't decide.
I have dipped my toes into furry YouTube because sometimes their stuff has shown up because of a related thing that one of them said about something else that I watched. And every now and then I'll see it just like, oh, these guys seem normal. It's just like they're just talking about stuff that they care about, like fursuits and artists that they like, or a problem that's in the community at the time, like the fact that they have a hard time being taken seriously. That's self-explanatory as to why, but also like, yeah, I can see why people they struggle with the whole like they's all sex perverts. Not really. It's the same thing with like non-furry people. We have a small community of like weird kinky folk, and some of which we say is okay kinks, and times we're just like not okay kinks.
Yeah.
And that's normal.
Diaper furs are God's mistake.
Baby furs and diaper furs are
God's mistakes.
Even furries are just like, yo, you guys are fur god's mistakes. Fur god is essentially the ultimate furry. He is like all beasts and no beasts. He's all beasts and no beasts, and he is only neon colors.
Yeah.
He's always shifting between
neon colors and normal colors.
Yeah. I've looked upon the face of furry god or fur god or FG as he's called, and I've realized like, yeah, okay, this makes sense.
Now here's the thing.
He mostly looks like an armadillo.
Now, after that, I'm like, I'm not gonna go deeper into this. This is wild, but let's just say Cothism it does because it's a video essay.
Oh.
So, so I'm finding material, guys. You know,
Is Cothism which Cothism video is the God one or the pedophile one you're going to talk about?
maybe it'll be a double feature.
Please do. I want to hear your thoughts on both of them.
All right, but anyway,
yeah, go on.
so
Is Just a Robot on your hit list?
I'm considering it.
Okay.
Maybe. 80% chance.
Okay.
I probably won't talk about it until way later, though.
Okay, that's fine. That's fair.
So, YouTube has been pushing their new YouTube Red show called Wayne.
Oh, okay, yeah, please talk about this.
And when I first saw Wayne, I'm like,
I keep seeing trailers for it.
yeah.
I'm like, what is this fucking show?
Who
Is this
the
about
hell do you think you is?
Is this about Bruce Wayne? Is this a
That's what I thought too. I always thought, like, I'm like, so is this like a young Bruce Wayne or something? No, Wayne is about this 16-year-old boy who lives in New York slums.
Fair.
And he's pretty much
New York, or New York, upstate New York?
New York.
Yeah, okay.
It looks like upstate though.
Oh, well,
like
you know, some of the again.
No,
the slums.
actually, no. It's just I think it's
Suburbs.
Yeah, it's a New York suburb. It's New York City suburb.
Okay, fine.
So, Wayne is the type of kid where he goes around looking for trouble. All right, he's 16 years old. First opening shot of the first episode, you see him approach these guys in front of this like repair shop.
Yeah.
He's like just standing there, doesn't say anything. I thought the show was gonna have him be mute, which would have been interesting.
Okay.
No, so he looks at them. They're like, "Get the fuck out of here!" And then they beat the shit out of him. He gets up, picks up a ice chunk, throws into the guy's window. The guys are like, "What the fuck did you do that for?" The guy walks out like, "Who did this?" And all of them like, "He did." He's just standing there, not saying shit. Guy goes up to him, beats the shit out of him. He's pretty beaten up. He gets back up, picks up another ice chunk, breaks the other window. He's like, "You gotta be fucked."
Yeah.
All right. And then credit sequence for Wayne.
Okay.
That's how your show starts.
Okay. Weird. Well,
I thought, because he didn't say anything throughout that whole sequence, I thought the show was going to have him be like this mute character.
Okay.
Which would have been interesting for the show. But no, it is filled with teenage angst.
Oh.
So, people between the age of... People probably near my age, maybe a little bit, slightly under my age, are going to like this show. I did not.
Do you think maybe like the way it portrays, like the main character? Do you think it romanticizes the character to the point where maybe like true teenagers will see this, just like I want to be like Wayne. This guy's cool.
Let me describe the first episode for you. That was the title sequence, and then that was the first part. Cue intro, and now we meet Wayne going to him and his dad's house.
Yeah.
And you see the landlord character. He's got a pepperoni with him, alright?
Alright.
Wayne's got a pepperoni with him.
Pepperoni.
His landlord's walking his dog. Wayne teases the dog with the pepperoni. The landlord's like, "You and your dad gotta pay the rent." And he's like, "My dad's sick, man. He can't go to the door." He's like, "Well, you guys gotta pay rent." He's like, "Okay." He's walking into his house. The landlord's about to walk in after him. He throws the pepperoni to get the dog to chase him and breaks his landlord's arm by having the dog just like...
Oh. Weird?
And then we find out that Wayne's dad is deathly ill.
Oh. Sad.
And then a girl walks up to his house and she's like selling cookies and Wayne's like, "I ain't got no money." But Wayne likes this girl, so he's like, "You want to come in for a second?" She's like, "Yeah, sure, whatever. I'll come in." And then he's like, "You like music?" He's like, "Yeah." She's like, "Yeah, I like rap." And he's like, "I like this type of music." And he puts on some like heavy metal stuff and he just starts doing some crazy ass dance. If I was in that situation like the girl was, I'd also...
okay, if I were that girl, my first thought was like...
What the fuck?
No, my first thought was like, when he says, "Do you want to come in?" It's like, no. I know where this goes. I've watched Unsolved Mysteries too many times.
Yeah, but anyway, he danced a little bit. He's like, "What do you think? You want to be my girlfriend?" She's like, "You know what? You come back to me when you have money for these cookies, and then we'll talk." He's like, "Okay." She walks out, and then next day you see him go to the store, which he doesn't ever go to, by the way. He's one of those. He's a truant seat case, you know.
Okay.
And then
why isn't his arch enemy like a truant officer who's like trying to hunt them down all the time? He's like, "I got you in my sights, Wayne."
No.
Why can't the whole series just be the scene from The Simpsons where Skinner chases Bart down because he knows he's playing hooky.
It could be like that.
It could be like that.
And then we find out that everybody at the school is afraid of Wayne because Wayne is batshit crazy.
Well, I think the fact that like
because Wayne has no money, so he's gonna go to his locker and get some stuff to go sell it. And then we meet Wayne's quirky black best friend.
Oh no.
And he's alright. I think he's cool.
Okay.
But he is bullied, and the good thing about Wayne is that because he hangs out with Wayne and Wayne's his friend, he never gets touched.
Okay.
So, but Wayne hasn't been at the school.
Oh.
And his best friend is into this chick with a broken neck.
Okay.
I don't know. And then
it's just yo man.
But I love the way how he flirts with like, hey, I got lunch. Got some Starbucks sandwiches. You want to hook up for lunch? He's like, yeah, sure. So anyway, Wayne goes to his locker to find stuff they left there to sell to his friend. Because he needs money to go to the girl and buy cookies.
Okay.
So
Yoshi's cookie.
Yeah, to buy Yoshi's cookie.
You want to buy this? You want to buy this game that you can't even play? Sure.
Hey, I found this box of like these weird Nintendo games in my dad's. You want to buy this one Yoshi's cookie? He's like, yeah, sure. How much? $10 or whatever. Anyway, his locker, all the stuff in his locker has been gone. So he busts into his own principal's office while he's scolding some kids that were beating the shit out of each other for no dumb reason. I think one of them was jacking off or whatever. I don't know. Anyway,
that sounds like high school.
Wayne just busts in like he owns the place, and his principal's like, God damn it, Wayne, why you gotta keep doing this? You can't keep doing this, you know. You're lucky I haven't called the truant officer. He's like, I have a bunch of stuff in my locker. Where the fuck is it? Yeah, so Wayne is this tough guy. No one fucks with him at the school.
Yeah, but like, he got his like the shit beat out of him at the beginning of like
the episode.
Is he a tough guy because he takes beatings and then people just like nobody can hurt this guy?
Apparently, no. Wayne. Yeah, this is what I hate about the show. You think Wayne is just some fucking freak of nature. No, people are afraid of Wayne. No one ever talks bad about him because he does weird shit. And here's where I'm going to go into this. So Wayne talks to the principal, and the principal's like, listen, man, I know your dad. You are like your dad, where you bring justice into your own hands. But you should just let things bring into their own different people's hands. You know, let them deal with the people that are supposed to deal with it. Yeah. And Wayne's just kind of like not listening. He's doing the teenage thing of like, I hear you, but I'm not listening.
I'm choosing not to. I'm hearing you, but I'm choosing not to listen.
It's essentially it's going out the other ear.
Yeah.
So he walks out and he sees his friend he sees his friend and his friend's love interest kind of like get the shit kicked out of him, you know. Yeah. So Wayne, right after the principal tells him, "Don't do any stupid shit. We're getting into stupid fights."
Stop being stupid.
He picks up, I think, a brick or something. And he fucking just knocks the teeth out of the bully. And everybody's like, God damn it, Wayne, not this shit again.
Ugh.
And then he sells his dad's porn magazines to his best friend and gives him the money. So he goes see the girl, and the girl is revealed. She's like, I relate to this girl because she wants to be the mayor of her town. I'm like, no, I get this chick. I'm the mayor. She wants to be the mayor.
Right.
She wants to bring justice into her own hands. She wants to clean up this town.
Yeah, it's something you failed to do.
What are you talking about? This town's clean.
Yeah, right.
Anyway, they have a sweet moment because like Wayne's like, so you want to go steady or what? And he's like, yeah, I'll give it a try. You seem an alright guy. They talked for a while, and their hobbies, their first thing's like, you want to go cut snakes in half with shovels?
Wayne's a sociopath.
No, the girl does this.
Oh, she's a sociopath. She needs
but all at the same time, Wayne agrees to doing this.
Ugh.
They're kind of sociopaths. Anyway, the girl's... Now I want to tell you this. Wayne is 16 and the girl's 15.
Okay.
And
makes sense.
Here's where Wayne is just being a fucking fuckhead. So, the girl's parents, the girl's dad and her two idiot brothers, they're literally supposed to be idiots.
Okay. I'm down with that.
They show up and are like, what are you doing with my 15-year-old daughter? Huh? You some sort of pervert? You creep? And she's like trying to be like, no, Dad, you don't understand. He's like, no, you shut the fuck up. All right. So the dad takes away Wayne's love interest, and the two brothers beat the shit out of him, and he allows them to do this.
Okay.
Even though we just saw that Wayne can defend himself, but he's a fuckhead, I guess. So anyway, he shows up. The nurse taking care of his dad is there, and she's like, oh, Wayne, you got into another fight, didn't you? I can't tell the difference between these bruises, the new bruises and the old bruises anymore.
Yeah.
Patches them up, and then we find out why Wayne broke the window of that dude's place. is because that's the ex-boyfriend of the lady that always helps him out. She's like, Wayne, I appreciate what you did, but you can't be doing this, man. Come on.
Oh.
So she leaves, and Wayne is like, hey, Pops, she left us a pie, you know? You want to take a bite out of this? He brings the pie with 2 forks in it. I'm like, what? This fucking animal's about to eat this out of the tin with his old man? And his old man's like, oh, you know, you can eat.
To be fair, as a werewolf,
you do the same thing.
Well, yeah, we've seen bears do it.
Yeah, but anyway, Wayne's not that. He's a fucking...
I've seen the devil do that. I've seen the devil take take the whole pie out of the pie tin and eat it like a big old giant hot pocket. Satan himself does that.
But anyway, so Wayne and his dad have this like moment, and then his dad's like, Wayne, don't be like me, man. You're young. Don't do what I do. I should be the prime example. And Wayne is again doing the I don't care. I'm not listening, but I understand you.
Oh.
You know, I'm understanding you, but it's going out the other ear, you know?
I'm hearing you, but I'm not listening to you.
Yeah.
Got it.
And then these kids in the neighborhood are blowing off fireworks, and his dad's like, oh, not this again. And you see his dad's sick. So what does Wayne do?
He kills him.
Almost.
Okay.
Wayne's like, hold on, Pops. I'll be back. He's like, Wayne, don't do this. And you see him cough up, and then Wayne hops the fence to his neighbors, and the kid's like, oh shit, it's Wayne. And they run inside. Wayne's about to go in there, fucking beat the shit out of them. And then he sees the kids enjoy their time with their mom and dad. And
he feels bad.
He feels bad. He's like, huh. So he takes the fireworks anyway, and then he goes goes back in his house. He's like, hey, Pops, I brought fireworks. And his dad's silent. Pops?
Oh, his dad's dead.
And his dad passed away.
Oh.
So, but then something I forgot to mention quickly was, Wayne's dad brings up a picture of like his ex-wife and her current husband, Wayne's mom.
Yeah. With
this car, and he's like, that's a nice car. He's like, you think so? I'm the one who bought it. Because Wayne's mom pretty much stole this nice-ass, like, car.
Oh, okay.
And so what like, no, and then Wayne's dad, right before he passed away, said, like, that was supposed to be your car if I loved it. If I kept it.
Oh, so now the rest of the series is Wayne's mission to get that car.
Yes. So, you think, like, oh, that's cool, like a bit of a road trip type of show, I get it.
Yeah.
No. Wayne sees this thing. His dad also left him rent to pay the thing before he died, too.
Oh.
So Wayne takes the money that was supposed to be for rent, takes the picture of the car with the address in it, all the way down in Florida.
Uh-huh.
And he takes his dad's old chopper, old bike.
Right.
And he decides, I'm going to go down to Florida and get this fucking car.
Okay.
But here's the thing, you forget, Wayne's a sociopath.
Uh-huh.
So what does he do? What does he do? He sets his house on fire.
With his dad inside.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then
he goes up to the landlord. You know, he could have left the landlord without any trouble, you know?
Yeah.
No, he goes up to the landlord, he's like, here's the rent. And then the landlord opens up the thing. It's just a bunch of paper that says fuck you. And then Wayne fucking Wayne still being a dickhead about things.
Yeah.
And he runs off, and then the landlord's like, wait a minute, your fucking house is on fire. So
I know.
So Wayne goes to his girlfriend's house.
Kidnaps her.
Almost. He sets his doghouse on fire outside of his house where her dad's watching, or her dad is, to distract her dad. And he sneaks into the house where her 2 older brothers are just kind of being dumb.
Yeah.
And they don't notice that he snuck in because they're fucking idiots.
Yeah.
While outside, the dad has to deal with this doghouse that's on fire.
Yeah.
He sneaks in and he's like, and his girlfriend's like, Wayne, what are you doing here? He's like, pack your things. We're going to Florida. And she's like, okay. So they pack the things, and then the brothers hear stuff from upstairs like, hey, wait a minute, who's up there with you? Fucking Del?
Yeah.
Who's up there with you, Del? You know?
Yeah.
And then Wayne, to distract her brothers, goes into another room, pulls out a fucking CRTV, and drops it on her brothers to distract them while they run out. And then they go out of the house.
Yeah.
The dad notices this. He's like, hey, you pervert, you get away from my daughter. And then you think like, oh shit, Wayne's about to beat the shit out of this dude, right?
Yeah.
He does.
Okay.
This dude's her dad's beating the shit out of Wayne, and Wayne, in response, bites his fucking nose off.
Oh. Who is this show for?
Antsy teenagers.
I don't need to hear the rest of this show. I know where this is going.
No, this is the end of episode 1, okay?
I don't want to... You gonna tell me about the rest of the series? We're already half an hour
No.
Oh.
This is only episode 1. We're almost done.
Okay.
Alright. So, bites his nose off, and they run off, and the episode ends with them on their way to Florida.
Okay.
Now, this show, I fucking hate it.
Okay.
I immediately don't like this show. I thought it was going to be interesting, you know? I always thought it was about to be about Bruce Wayne's young life.
I honestly, with the font and everything, he's like, oh, maybe it's YouTube. Maybe YouTube's getting in the DC game and do their own prequel show. But
no, this show is just stupid. It's
pee stupid.
Yeah, it's made for people who like Billie Eilish's music. That's the best way I can describe it.
Oh, I've never listened to Billie Eilish, so I don't even know what she's about.
But if you look up a picture of Billie Eilish...
I've seen what she looks like.
Yeah, then the people who like her, this is the show. This is what the demographic is.
Oh, okay, well.
Anyway, that's Wayne. It's not for me. Apparently, people really like it.
Yeah, it's got like a new season, right? Or something?
It's only season 1. It just barely came out. But people like it. I think it's another 13 Reasons situation.
Oh, okay. But 13 Reasons Why got 2 seasons, though.
It's also was out longer. But people who like 13 Reasons are going to like this show.
Yeah.
I don't like 13 Reasons, so I don't like this show. But I did give it a fair shot, guys. But 13 Reasons I didn't bother. Because the book was also pretty pretentious.
Yeah.
Guys, let's glorify... It's the same problem that the show that 13 Reasons had is like let's romanticize a problem.
Yeah.
Let's romanticize suicide. Let's romanticize sociopathic tendencies that teenagers have.
When you were talking about like the doghouse thing, one thing I hate.
Oh, there's no dog in the doghouse.
I know, but like one thing I hate though is I hate how you establish a character. What are you doing? Oh. I hate how a show or a movie will establish a character is essentially a sociopath by having them hurt small animals, but then like if they have a pet at home, that's the one animal that they don't hurt, which I think is like a very romantic idea of like, oh, they hurt other things, but there's this one person that they don't hurt. It's like, no, I feel like a real sociopathic person would also abuse their pet, even because like it is like a small thing, and especially a pet because it's something that they have control over.
It's like Dexter romanticizing murder, serial killers.
But guys, we need a real Dexter in real life. It'd be cool.
Think about this for a minute. Like Dexter himself is a serial killer, but he goes after people that the justice system lets go of.
Yeah.
But then he also makes sure that it doesn't affect his. It's
a fantasy movie.
Yeah.
It's a fantasy show.
It also doesn't. Also, he made sure that it doesn't affect people in his actual life because he doesn't want them to be hurt of it because he feels like they don't deserve that treatment. Everything he knows, he's a. I don't know, but at the same time, I kind of like Dexter anyway.
Guys, we need a real Dexter in real life.
No, we don't.
Guys, I want to be the real Dexter. I want to go after real criminals and murder them.
No, but anyway, that's.
I want to be the Batman.
Yeah, but anyway, that's Bruce Wayne the show.
Okay.
I don't like it.
Just the trailers alone. Just like I don't care for this show. I'm not gonna watch this, dude. I'm trying to finish watching Adventure Time. I'm about to finish season 3 soon, and I've got 6 more seasons to go.
But anyway, that's my.
I'm trying to watch Dirk Gently's Holistic Detective Agency.
I'm trying to watch Trailer Park Boys in its entirety.
Which you are getting close to.
No, I already did.
Oh, which you have not. Wait,
I
movies too?
I finished every season. I watched the 2 2 out of the park specials. I watched the movies and I watched the new animated series.
You did it. You're complete.
Yeah.
Your Trailer Park Boys complete.
Hey, completionist, let me on. Let's complete. You completed Breaking Bad. Let's complete Trailer Park Boys.
Well, Gerard, have you heard Gerard, Will Smith, everyone else who we called out in this episode? You heard it. Get back to us. We'll talk. Be a guest on the show. Also,
special shout out to Brad Leone.
Yeah. Also, if you want to be on the show, you want to be a guest on the show, I'm talking to you, Terumo, or anybody in Tav Circle. If you want to be a special guest on the show so we can interview you and ask you who your new favorite YouTuber or YouTuber that you no longer like, because that's a question I want to ask people.
Send me an email at TaviRadio @gmail.com.
And
it's a legitimate email, guys.
And we'll work something out. We want to have guests on the show. We want to change up the format. The town is becoming boring,
hey.
except for Terumo's rampage, which we may hurt or help.
And your dad's grave robbery. Apparently, supposed grave robbery.
Yeah, I think my dad's behind it. Where's he getting all that teeth from? He can't afford ivory. Those elephants still have all their tusks in.
What if here's my theory. What if your dad stole Terumo's penis to turn him into elephant armor Terumo so he can take down the elephant and take Terumo's ivory when he grows the tusks?
Where's he getting the current teeth though?
I don't know, but maybe that's just the teeth.
I'll look into.
Flow,
all
okay?
right, well that's a lead.
Search your dad. He maybe has Terumo's penis.
All right, I'll search him. I search him anyways. You packing, Dad? Let me pat you down. I can't let you in to see Mom unless I know you're not packing.
Your dad need to visit your mom strapped.
Well, not really. He loves my mom.
Dad, why do you have this long phallic? Wait a minute, Dad. Why do you have this long phallic thing? Is this Terumo's dong?
Son, you don't understand. I need him to turn to the elephant.
I need ivory.
Stealing those teeth from those dead people isn't working out.
It's rotted.
It's gross, it's filled with worms. I'm getting complaints. Now, if that's how it goes, I'm gonna be mad.
That's my conspiracy theory.
All right. Well, anyways, thanks for listening to Conspiracy Tube, the radio show, where we talk about conspiracy theories on YouTube, talking about how it's slowly decreasing our ability to empathize with anybody ever. Tune in next week when we talk about
the Benghazi trials.
Tune in next time when we talk about, hey, did Terumo have his penis all along? And it's just and he just needs a reason to be mad?
Did Terumo just misplace his penis and he...
Did Terumo never lose his penis and he's just saying that to give a bad reasons and hurt people?
Did Terumo think he lose his penis and forgot that it was attached to him the whole time?
Yeah!
Terumo, look under yourself.
Terumo, look inside your pants.
Huh, was there the whole time, guys?
Sorry, false alarm. Sorry for all the people I hurt. Terumo, we're putting you in jail. Well, now I'm really mad. Wait, will he eat me in jail?
You can't contain me.
Oh, sweet, a free pig. We better eat this guy. No, never mind, I'm happy here.
Go ahead, guys. Do it. Partake from my
Actually, no, never mind. I'm happy here.
Actually, never mind. This
place isn't so bad after all.
The mess hall's got some lamb today. You live another day, my porcine companion.
I hate this place now!
God damn it!
Will you eat me tomorrow?
I'll consider it.
Oh, no. Oh, please. Let me just stay here a little bit longer until I can get eaten by these criminals.
All right, boys. Who wants to eat me today? Sorry, man. It's Sloppy Joe night.
This place is hell.
Let me out.
Let me out. Anyway, so thanks for listening. If you've got questions or comments, leave them in the comments, I guess.
If you're actually considering wanting to be a guest star on TaviRadio, please send us an email at TaviRadio.
I'm looking at you, Vernias.
Please. I'd love to have more guests on this dumb show.
Yes. Terumo, I'm looking at you especially. Explain yourself. If you want to be a guest on the show, I want you to tell me why we should help or hurt you.
And why your penis is so important in the first place.
Anyways, thanks for listening to TaviRadio. Follow us on whatever we do.
There'll be links in the description. Actually, send us an email, guys. We will read them and we will respond
on the show. So thanks for listening and see ya.
Wanna be.